Hi guys, it's Evelyn and welcome back to week 17 of my London Marathon 2020 training. Let's all hope it still goes ahead. There's been a lot of messages flying around because of this coronavirus that some major events may be cancelled. I'm following from Tokyo Marathon being cancelled to non-elites. It's very scary. Can you believe it? I eventually get into London and then this happens. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we're all okay by April. They've sent a message, I might put a clip in over me here, to say that at the moment we're monitoring the situation and they're keeping in touch with the World Health Organization and the UK government to see what they're going to do, but at the moment they're saying there's no need to cancel any major events. So still going ahead for now, but as I record this, it's Wednesday the 4th of March, so this just over a month and 2 weeks until, so anything can happen, but fingers crossed, please keep your fingers crossed that it still goes ahead and this training hasn't been a waste of time. I've been enjoying doing the training anyways, and I would have run anyway, so, and it's also given me variety for my runs, so I won't complain either way. But will I ever get into London again? It's not going to be postponed, is it? It will definitely be cancelled, so if it happens, not that it will definitely be cancelled, you know what I mean. Anyway, so on to week 17. Before I do start my training update, I'd like to thank some people who have contributed this week to my sponsorship. So for Autism Bedfordshire, C Warrior 57, an anonymous donor, and Hal, thank you so much for helping me nearly get to £100. So I've got to £90 now. So that's good, getting there slowly and steadily. So thank you so much. Also special mention to Claire, who follows me on both Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Thanks for being there, and I'm glad I'm helping you keep motivated for running yourself. As far as week 17 is concerned, it was basically trying to get over jet lag. I've been so tired every day, so I was also trying to recover from that 15 mile I did the previous week, so it was hard work. So the first day was Tuesday. It was 5 miles. It was freezing outside. I think it was -1. So I went and ran on the treadmill. It went okay, but again, it's the treadmill. The next day I was due to do 8k. I wanted to do it in the morning, but I was procrastinating. So I was then going to do it after work. But Tuesdays are a long day for me because I get up early to drive up to Leicester to work, and I stay over in Leicester for a few days and then I'm back on a Thursday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are long days for me. So I need to try, and I really should run before I go, but then that makes the day really long. Wednesday, next day, was due to do 8k and I was procrastinating in the morning. I'm going to give all the excuse to jet lag. I couldn't be bothered to get up early to run before work, and then after work I procrastinated for so long that I didn't end up leaving myself enough time to go and run, so I just had a mile run, and then I was going to do it on Thursday, and again I was going to get up early, and Thursday is a long day because I'm travelling back home and I couldn't get up early enough, and again so I didn't do the run in the morning, but luckily I was able to do it in the evening. It was quite late, so I did go and do the 8k or 5 miles on the treadmill in the gym when I got to Luton that evening, and it was a struggle because 5 miles is not good for me. But I don't know if you found this, if you've got the iPhone 11. So I used to have an iPhone 8 and I was able to take pictures of the treadmill screen with no problems at all. Now I've just had this phone for a couple of weeks. Video is good. I'm using my iPad to film today. Video is good, but when I'm trying to take a picture of the treadmill screen, it's flashing, and so it takes choppy pieces of the LED for some reason. If anybody has come across that, do let me know, or is it something I'm doing? But I can't seem to take pictures of treadmill anymore, so I'm going to have to revert back to having it short on my watch, and I hate that because overall the month my overall mileage is too low because it's never the same as the treadmill. I've been using video and you can see it going across, you can see that it's flashing and it has like a ripple effect, so that's why the photo isn't correct, but it must be the iPhone must be doing something and I don't know what it is, but I digress. So the 8k was done on the treadmill in about 51-56, which is not too bad for the treadmill run. It was definitely interval sessions because I can't keep consistent pace on the treadmill, but I was happy with that. And then Saturday came and went. It was a leap year this year, and so 29th of February on a Saturday Doesn't happen often, and I was too lazy to get up to go and run, and also it was dark and miserable when I woke up. And I have not been sleeping during the night properly, so I'll be waking up at 2-3 o'clock and then not going back to sleep until like 6:37. And so when it came to, my alarm went off at, or I pushed it to 8, so I only really had 2 hours solid sleep. And I looked out the window and it was grey and raining, and I thought, no, I'm not running today. But if I had known or realised it was the 29th, I probably would have gone. You don't get that opportunity often. I think the next time it rolls on a Saturday is 2048. I'll be in my 90s probably by then, if I'm still alive. But anyway, so I ended up just doing a mile that day. And then Sunday was the big half in London, and I was volunteering. It was a fun morning. Not helping my sleep patterns, I had to get up at 4:50 to drive down to meet by 6:30, and I helped out with the start waves. Start wave B initially. So if you were out there and you watched me, either like or put a comment that you were there and you saw me. But I waved at loads of people and said hi. Some people who recognised me, so that was good. But it was good fun doing that. I always enjoy helping out at the big events. You get these pins. I'll put a picture of it. Instead of a medal, obviously you're not running, but you get these pins from them. I've done London Marathon twice now as well. But obviously this year I couldn't volunteer because I will be running it. But so they gave us the option to do big half as well. So I took up that opportunity. So yeah, it was good fun, good day, enjoyed it. And then whilst I was down in London, I took the opportunity to do my 12k along the river. So it was a good run. Did it in about an hour and 20 minutes. Could have been faster, but I was slowed down by some tourists. Some tourists are not very wise or have no common sense. They walk along the whole width of the path, and then you try and move out their way, and then they will walk right into the path that you're going, even though they can see you running in that direction. So there's a lot of weaving, but it was good fun because I basically ran alongside some of the course because I couldn't cross the road. So I was running alongside some people along the pavement, and I was trying to cross, and I kept on crossing back and forth. So yeah, about maybe 500 meters to 1,000 meters or a kilometer, I ran alongside some of the runners, and somebody recognized me and called me by name, and I don't know who it was. I said hello, a bit of a late hello, but I don't know who it was. So again, if that was you, let me know in the comments below. But it was like clear, it wasn't even this runner that was purple, it was Evelyn. So I'm not sure who it was. But yeah, it was a good day and it was a good run. So I enjoyed that. And it makes me feel like I'm okay. Because even I had just eaten, because we had these snacks or breakfast at about 10ish. And so I had just eaten like a sandwich and a flapjack. So I could feel like my stomach was a bit funny because it had food in it. Because normally I don't run with food. But I was so glad to get the 12k done before I went home. Because if I had gone home first, I probably would have procrastinated as usual. That's my New Year's resolution gone right down the pan, by the way. So yeah, so that's week 17 done. All the distances completed. In fact, because it was a cutback week, even though I was slower than I normally am, I was within pace for all of them. First time for everything. Yeah, so also what I did incorrectly, so the plan that I'm using was the same one for Paris, I think. Yeah, Paris or Belfast from last year. And of course the dates are slightly different. So I think Paris is like 2 or 3 weeks earlier than London. And I started off this plan on the same day as I started off for, or same week as I started off for last year. So I've got to a point where I'm going to have to repeat some sections. And so I thought, let me count back from the 26th and then just repeat from there. So it means I have to do another 2 weeks of 15 milers. It's all good practice, but I'm going to have to repeat it again. So I don't know if you'd be interested to hear those repeat weeks, but what else can I do? I can't just do short runs. I think miles and time on your feet always helps, doesn't it? So yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do for next week's session. So yeah. Hi Evelyn, it's week 18. I hope you don't mind, but I'm just going to tag week 18 onto week 17 because I've delayed so long with editing it and uploading it. It's now week 19 as I speak. So I'll quickly skim over what happened week 18. 5k was done in the gym, it was fine. 12k on Wednesday night went well, did it in 1:18. I got to finally see the Richard III statue. I've been in Leicester for over a year now and I've never run past it. And finally, for some reason, I wasn't even intending to pass it, but I passed it. So I had to stop and take a selfie with Richard III, King of England. And then Friday was due to be 5k, but I think I reported last week or on the week 17 that I'm still tired and haven't really got over jet lag, and I'm still feeling that in week 18. And so I didn't do my 5k as I should have done on the Friday. So I was intending to do it at Marlow Park Run because I was working down at Runners Retreat in Marlow. I don't know if you're aware, I'm a Hoka ambassador and I get to go down and help stores and promote Hokas to people coming in buying trainers. And that weekend I went down to Marlow and they do have a park run which is about a 10-minute walk from their store. So I planned to run Marlow in the morning, but unfortunately due to all the storms that we've had in the past, they're still flooded. Such a shame. So I wasn't able to do the park run, a park run at all. So I did get up early and do the 5k before I travelled down to Marlow, but unfortunately doing park runs this week has eluded me. So as I said, leap year, I was too lazy to get up and it was raining when I did look out the windows. So I took a pass on that. This week I was in Marlow. Next week I'll be back at park run in Kingston, but missing my Luton run again. So see how that goes. And then Sunday's long run was due to be 15 miles or 24k. And of course I was still tired. And for the life of me, I don't know what happened. Happily, I was able to join a group run with the rest of my striders. Thanks, Valerie, for sorting that out. It was a great route. But I don't know what happened with me. I think as I'm slower than I used to be, and I'm not used to running with a group these days, and everybody else was slightly faster than me. And I was trying to keep up, and I was keeping well up with everybody. Sort of. I was in the back of the group though, but I kept up as much as I could. I wasn't too far back. But I think because it was faster pace, I don't know exactly what they are, but I might put a screenshot of the splits for that day. But it's definitely like in the 6-minute 20s for a K, and I'm normally 6:30, 6:35, especially if it's the long run. I'm normally around 6:40. And so they were like 6:15, 6:20. I think 6:30 was the most, apart from if we were going uphill. And I think it took a lot out of me and I was really tired. So in the end, I think I got to about 16k and just realised that I wasn't going to be able to get to 15. So I was thinking, I'll just cut my losses, leave the group to finish the last 6k, I think. And then I'll run back to the car. So I was at 16 and a half. Thinking I'll get to 20k, at least 21k. But I totally misjudged the route back and only ended up doing 19k. And I thought maybe when I get to the end, I might be able to tack on some extra just to round it up. But I was so far away from 19k that it was enough. I had to give myself enough oomph to even round it up to 19k. So I know my body was really tired. I think I'm still not over jet lag, still not recovered. My sleep patterns have not got back to normal yet. And so the rest of Sunday, I was basically in bed the whole day. The rest of the day, an hour here sleep, wake up for 20 minutes and then 2 hours sleep. And then I had eaten before I went to bed, but then the rest of that day, basically, I was sleeping, no food. So about 11 p.m. I woke up, I was alert and I was hungry. So I ended up eating at 11 o'clock and therefore I couldn't go back to bed for at least 2 hours after that. So the saga continues. But I'm feeling much well rested now, having all that sleep. So hopefully I've caught up. I feel better today, so let's hope this week and this weekend's long run to come is the 15 miles. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you don't mind that I've tagged on week 18. I'm just slipping that in there. All right, take care. See you later. Bye. That's me. Thanks again if you have donated, and if you haven't already, please do. The link is down below, and it's for Autism Bedfordshire. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Take care. Bye.